guys, how's it going and welcome back. So today we're going to do the Hughes & Kettner amp TubeMeister 18 on my Marshall 4x12 cab. But before we do that, I want to give you a tone comparison with the Trainer 1x12 cab that I have. Now this was a block 100 watt amp at one time. Take the amplifier out, leaves a closed off cab completely. No porting or anything on this box. So it makes for a great cab. Does have some tone on it on my Les Paul when you get to the distortion stuff. I really don't care for that much, but otherwise it's actually really good. So here's the clean channel first. On the bridge. And the bass, mid, and treble. I'm going to make sure they're all sitting at 12 o'clock here, just to keep everything balanced there. At 12 o'clock and the master's at 9. So here's the bridge and the neck. And just the neck. Now this is a 2018 Gibson Les Paul Studio with 57 Classic and 57 Classic Plus pickups in it. That also can coil split, but we're going to run humbucker mode. So let's go over to the lead channel here. That's pretty tame there, so let's bring that up to 9 o'clock. Not bad, so let's put the lead boost on. Okay, I gotta turn that down before I get the neighbors upset. So it's not too shabby. It's actually pretty good for the most part. You know, I like it. When you get to the higher volume level on that lead boost, that's where things can go a little weird sounding with the speaker, especially when you hit the lower notes in here. Anyways, let's put this back on standby. Now this is an 8 ohm cab, okay? The Marshall is a 16, 12-inch speaker in here, but 4 in the Marshall cab. 4 12-inch speakers. So, we'll unplug that, get rid of that, plug this in. Now without changing any settings, leaving it exactly the same, clean channel, start on the bridge. Both pickups. And the neck. Now the TubeMeister 18 amp can run 8 and 16. And like I said, the 4x12 Marshall cab is 16 ohm and this little guy is 8. So let's go over to the high gain channel. Start with the bridge. The neck. Now let's go back to the bridge and let's put that lead boost on. So there's your comparison between the two. In all honesty, I actually like the Marshall 4x12 cab. Who wouldn't, right? Output is actually really good, but a lot of that is due to the fact you are running 4 12-inch speakers, and of course a much larger cab, so you're going to push a lot more air, obviously. But even for the different impedance between them, it's still really good. So, you know, you can't really complain. Now, I have turned it up a little bit, and that sound that I get out of this cab, I don't get it in the Marshall, which is fine. Because then this way I can plug the Les Paul in to the tube amp, so if I want to do some really clean stuff, and put this direct to the board, because this does have a built-in DI box, by the way. So you can just switch the wattage soak down to 0, so nothing coming out of your cab, and go direct into your PA for perfect studio quality recording purposes, to have really super clean and no interference into microphones either, you know, from open sound going into mics. So it makes a great little recording amp too. You don't need a lot of wattage. I mean, and that was barely pushing it. Like, my master is down here below 9 o'clock, and the gain is, you know, it's about, what, 10-ish. This amp can be really pushed hard, whether you're running 8 or 16 ohm load. And 18 watts is actually quite a lot of power, even with this 1x12. So you can imagine that on the Marshall, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, like, boom, power, you know. So you think you're plugging in a 100 or 200 watt head, you know, with the amount of power it can actually reproduce in those situations. But I have had the Hughes Kettner pretty much full blast on the trainer, and it actually hangs together pretty good, you know, the amp and the speaker. But on the Marshall, once nobody's home in the house, I'm actually going to, you know, give her the good volume up there on the Marshall cab and see how obnoxious it really can get with the Hughes and the Marshall combined. But I think as far as, you know, being a match setup, the Hughes will match well to probably any 4x12 cab, as long as you've got some decent speakers in there. I don't know what Marshall packs with this cab. I'd have to actually look up the specs as far as speaker types that are in there, but I know there's 4 speakers and the output is 16 ohm, you know. But I still got more research to do on my amp and on the cab. But certainly I think the Hughes does a nice job on the Marshall myself. Let me know what you guys think. It is a pretty dry signal because there is no built-in reverb on the TubeMeister 18, which is kind of a bit of a letdown. They did put it on other models above the 18. I think if they ever did a revamp of the 18, they should actually put a reverb control in there, because that would actually be very useful. But otherwise, it is a great amp just the way it is. Besides, you can add your own reverb if you want anyhow, or chorus pedals or whatever. So does it really matter at all? Not really, but you know, it's kind of nice to have some stuff built in. But anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more, and we'll catch you on the next one. Ciao for now.